spent 3 weeks chasing a prospect in the Gulf. You finally got the demo. You show up prepared. The deck, it's clean. The product looks amazing. And then, silence. No next steps, no timeline, no reply to your follow-up. And you're sitting there thinking, what did I do wrong? Habibi, I'm going to tell you exactly what you did wrong. And more importantly, how to fix it. What's up guys, Kareem here. This channel is all about building freedom. And for me right now, freedom comes for two things. Investing smart and selling well. Today, we're on the selling side. But remember, if you want to learn about how I invest, go check my other videos. I've been doing B2B sales in the GCC for more than 6 years. Enterprise deals, government deals, construction companies, real estate developers, deals that take up to 6 months and involve more than 5 decision makers who never reply to an email. And one of the biggest killers I see, not just in my own journey, but in everyone around me, is the demo. Most sales rep treat the demo, it's like a product tour. Habibi, in the GCC, that's fatal. So today I'm breaking down 5 reasons your SaaS demo is losing you deals in the Gulf. And I'll give you a simple framework on how to fix them all. Disclaimer, this is based on my personal experience. Your mileage may vary, every deal is different, but if you're selling SaaS in the region and your demos aren't converting, watch this till the end. Let's get into it. 5 reasons, let's go!
We're really doing it though, aren't we, buddy? Yeah.
Reason number 1, you demo the product, not the solution. This is the most common mistake. You open the screen, you show the dashboard, you click through every feature. You keep saying, here is how you can do this. And your client is just watching. Habibi, I will be honest with you. They don't care about your features. They just care about one thing. Does this solve my problem? In the GCC specifically, especially with the high decision makers, they are not going to sit there and mentally connect the dots between your features and their pain. That's your job. If you're not opening the demo by today, I'm gonna show you how to solve this, the specific problem they told you about, you've already lost them. Think of it. This person you're talking to, imagine how many guys like you try to sell them things. If you're not special, they will forget about you. You need to throw the hook, the thing that will make them keep coming back, keep listening to you, trust you more, understand you. And they will be like, this guy, he understands how I feel. He knows my problem, so I'll listen to him more. And this is how you keep progressing the deal. Reason 2, you don't do discovery before the demo. This one hurts because it happens even before the demo starts. A lot of reps get the demo and they immediately jump into preparation mode. Cleaning up the sandbox environment, making sure the screen looks nice, and they forget to ask the most important thing. What does this client care about? In the Gulf, the decision maker might be the VP of operations at a construction company. His problems are completely different from a CFO at a fintech startup. If you show them the same demo, you're losing. You need to do a pre-demo call, or at a minimum send 3 questions before the meeting. If you fail to do both, greet them before the demo and then ask these questions. But please, please never demo blindly. Always tailor your questions to find out what's your biggest pain right now. What does success look like for you? What have you tried before? Then build your demo around these answers. Reason number 3, you ignore the culture. This one the Western reps never talk about. And it can cost them deals every week. In the GCC, I would say even specifically Saudi, business is relationship first, then product. When you jump straight into screen share within the first 2 minutes of meeting someone new, you've skipped the part they actually care about. You need small talk, not fake small talk, real curiosity. Ask about the business, ask about them, how long you've been at the company. If it's Ramadan, how is Ramadan treating you? What's the biggest project you're working on this year? This is not wasting time. This is the deal. Because in Arab business culture, people buy from people they trust. And trust never comes from a clean dashboard. It comes from feeling like you actually care. And remember this, if they don't like you, whatever you're selling, they will never buy from you. Reason number 4, you're showing everything. There's a quote I go with in everything in life. Less is more. Always. I see this constantly. A rep gets 45 minutes and he or she starts showing everything. Every single module, every single integration, every workflow that ever existed. By the end, the client have a big headache, overwhelmed and confused. Think of it like this. You enter a restaurant, Habibi, you sit down, the waiter comes to you with a full menu, 80 items. You're paralyzed, khalas. You will order nothing interesting. But if the waiter comes and says, the chef made something special today, I think you would love it based on what you told me. You're interested. Demo the 2 or 3 features that directly solve their problems, even if you're gonna do this in 10 minutes. And that's it. Leave the rest for round 2. Reason number 5, you did not handle the elephant in the room. This reason have cost me a lot of deals. In the first year, I didn't take care of this at all until I suddenly got the aha moment. GCC enterprise clients have specific fears they never say out loud. Things like, will this work in Arabic? Is our data in the region and this is important? And this next one, I get it all the time. What happens if we pay and then you disappear? And of course, the question that everyone will ask you, who else in the Gulf or in the region is using this? If you don't proactively address these in the demo, they will surface as an objections after. Or worse, as a silence, they will ghost you. Because people tend to build up scenarios in their head. Bring them up yourself. For example, I know data residency or hosting is a common concern in the region. Let me show you exactly how we can handle that. Or for example, let me walk you through our onboarding journey. This move alone will separate you from every other vendor they have seen. And more important than this, they're gonna trust you more because they're gonna know your experience. It's not your first time doing this. Before I give you the fix, you need to understand something. The GCC buyer thinks differently from the buyer in US, from the buyer in Europe. Not better or worse, just different. And if you understand this, everything changes. Here are 3 things I learned the hard way. Number 1, consensus matter more than logic. Even if the person in the room loves your product, they will not move without internal alignment. There is almost always a decision maker you've never met before. So what do you do or how you deal with this? Your job in the demo is not just to impress the person in the room, it's to give them the ammunition to sell internally on your behalf. Trust me, if you're gonna take one thing out of this video, it's this sentence. To sell internally on your behalf. That means simple, clear messaging, not 47 slides, not technical deep dives. Give them a story that they can repeat to their boss in less than 90 seconds. Straight to the point. Let me tell you this, whenever I go to a round 2 meeting with the client and I found the guy I did the demo with in the first meeting, he's the one answering the questions that are being raised in the table, or sometimes even interrupting me and doing my job by offering ideas or answering his or her colleague's question. This is when I know I did a great job. I have a high chance of winning this deal. Why? Because I built my internal champion. Number 2, the word no rarely comes directly. If a GCC client is not interested, they will never tell you. They will say, we'll discuss internally, or send me more information. This is the B2B version of I need to discuss with my wife. Or worse, they will just stop replying to you. So your job after the demo is to ask the right questions. Not are you interested? That puts them on the spot. No one likes to hear this. Ask for example, what would need to be true for this to move forward? That question will tell you everything. One of the things I sometimes do if I'm dealing with someone that I have a feeling that saying no for them would be tough. In the beginning of the demo, I tell them at the end of the demo, I will ask you your feedback. And if this is not interesting for you, feel free to tell me so and you'll never hear my voice again. Why I do this? First thing is, if there's any objection or any no in their mind, they're gonna let you know by the end of the demo so you have some time to cover the objection instead of them ghosting you. Second thing, if it's a clear no and there's no way out of it, you will not be wasting your time following up on them, and they keep telling you, we're checking out, we'll come back to you, I need to discuss with the management, etc. And you're just wasting time and wasting energy here on a deal that will go nowhere. Number 3, patience is not weakness. It's the game.
Do you want to play a game?
Deals in this region take longer time, especially enterprise. Always inshallah. You will have demos that take 6 months to close. I had a deal in Kuwait, it took me 3 years to close. That's not a red flag, that's normal. The reps who panic and send aggressive follow-ups every 3 days, they lose the deal. The reps who stay visible, stay warm, stay helpful, and don't apply pressure, they win. Don't get me wrong, I'm not telling you not to follow up, but be smart. And I will make another video about the best follow-up tactics to use in the GCC region. Okay, you know the problems? Now let's keep it stupid simple. Because you know, I love simple all the time. Here is my GCC demo framework. I call it RSVP framework. Not your party RSVP. It's my own version. So R, relationship first. Always open with a genuine connection. 5 minutes minimum. Ask questions, listen. Don't rush the screen share. For example, one thing comes to mind with the war and what's going on right now in the moment. I would ask the client, how are you dealing with the current situation? How it's affecting your current projects? You open the conversation. S, situation first, solution second. Recap the pain before you show anything. Based on our conversation last week, based on the conversation with my colleague, if it's a meeting from your SDR, your team mentioned they are losing a lot of time on manual reporting. Today, I'm gonna show you exactly how to solve this. 1 sentence, that's it, and now they are paying attention. V, value moments only. Pick 2 or maximum 3 specific features that directly map to their problems or to their situation. Demo those and skip everything else, please. I know the urge of you trying to impress, so you tend to show everything. It sometimes hit me, and I fall a victim for it. But always leave them wanting more, not exhausted. And then finally P, proactively address the fears. Before Q&A, spend 2 minutes saying, I know a few things that tend to come up for teams in this region. Let me address them before you ask. Data residency, Arabic language support, local references, customer support hours. Handle them before they become an objection. And even if he or she was not thinking about them, you showing these beforehand helps you in various ways. One way, if he goes and talks to his internal stakeholders and someone asks, you already gave him the answer or gave her the answers. Second things, it shows experience. It shows you're well knowledged. You are aware with the specific region requirements. That's the framework, RSVP. And here is my demo structure. Minutes 0 to 5. Hello Habibi. Relationship, small talk, genuine curiosity. No screen share, don't share your screen. Please. Minute 5 to 8. I recap their pain, confirm the agenda, get buy-in. Minute 8 to 25, the demo, that's it. Only the value moments, the 2 or 3 features that will address the situation. Minute 25 to 35, proactively address fears, then open QA. And whenever addressing fears, it's great to mention some success stories or some previous journeys with other clients, etc. that you've dealt with before. Minute 35 to 45, next steps. And not vague. Specific date, name, action item. Not I will follow up, because even when you give them the specific time and date, I think 90% of the time you will need to remind them beforehand, and you will need to reschedule sometimes. Because remember, things take time here. And this region goes by inshallah. So no emotions here. Same structure every time, but different what? Different content. Because every client is different. And that's what makes it scalable. Let's make this real. I had a demo with a construction company in the UAE, one of the largest developers here. The guy in the room was the head of operations, but the real decision maker was the VP who was not in the meeting. Old version of me would have shown the whole product and hoped for the best, ya Rab. New version of me did this. First 5 minutes, I asked about the company, their current projects, the softwares they have already used before, what are the key metrics for their success, and what specifically he is expecting to see today out of this demo. I found out after this conversation that he had a bad experience with a previous vendor who was not able to tailor the product according to their own exact requirements through rigid, uncustomizable forms and reports, etc. Not our topic. That piece of information changed everything. So when I started the demo, I said, as we discussed, you had a problem with customization before. The first thing, I want to show you exactly how our form builder works and how easy it is to tailor it according to your requirements. Afterwards, I'll show you how the handover happens when something breaks, training and onboarding, because you should know how support looks like before signing anything. The operations guy whole body language has changed. He started asking questions. He showed me his forms and we discussed how it can be built on our product. This is when my gut feelings told me, you're in the right direction, you're doing great, just keep going. Keep adding value here, keep stressing on these points. Not go and show him other features and other things that we didn't talk about. I did not show him 80% of the product. I just showed him 3 things: customization, support, and who's working with us here. That was it. After the demo, he said exactly, quoting him, "This is the first vendor who showed me exactly in real time what I needed. But this 45 minutes with your clients, consider it as one shot. It will never happen again. So if you didn't impress or you didn't throw the hook that will make them come listen to you again, you lost the deal in the very beginning. Because look at yourself, you're already busy at your job. You don't have time to do other things outside of your scope. So imagine this guy who's in the middle of his daily projects, daily tasks, and you're taking 45 minutes out of this. Do you think he will keep giving you or she will keep giving you other 45 minutes throughout the week? And not to brag or anything, inside of me, I knew the competition or other products have the same features I was showing him, but the other reps are not doing what I'm doing. And this is what makes you excel, is to tailor something that the competition cannot deliver. Not only through your product, but through the solution, through consultation. 2 months later, after another meeting with the VP, and remember I had these guys selling the product internally, this deal was closed. The product didn't change, the demo only changed. And that's the whole point of this video. Okay guys, to wrap this up, stupid simple version, stop demoing the product, just demo the solution to their specific problem. Be a solution seller, not a product seller. Build relationship first, handle the GCC specific fears proactively, and use the RSVP framework every time. Same structure, different content, and that's it. If this helped, like the video and subscribe. It genuinely helps the channel grow. And I have a lot of content coming on GCC, sales, closing, negotiations, and yes, still the investment and the passive income too. Both are my passions. Drop a comment telling me what is the biggest challenge you face in your demos right now. I'll read every single one and it might become the next video. Until next time, yalla habibi, keep building freedom. Assalamu alaikum.